right, what's up? What's up, everybody? I'm Chrome from Van City Van Life, and yeah, we'll just quickly run through my house.
So what is your van, the make and model?
It's a 2004 Ford E250 extended version.
Okay, right.
So it's like the big condo version side of this one. My van is super simple. It may look pretty to the outside and to the look, but there's really, everything in here was kind of store-bought, bolted in, and done. The only thing that I actually had to do for cutting was just putting up the wall panels. But the van is super basic. I mean, a couple layers of insulation on the roof, some minor insulation on the walls, and the cabinets, literally, like, I put these in here in an afternoon. You know what I mean? I measured them out, make sure the cabinets were good. I bought these at a local furniture store, or they're a chain store called Yisk, or JYSK, or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, pretty simple. Bed frame's a bed frame. I got Home Depot, made all my cuts. But yeah, I don't think van builds need to be a big process, right?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's cool. You got Home Depot to make all your cuts, so you just get them to cut it and you install it and it's done.
Yeah,
boom.
So pretty much you can go to the parking lot with, I did everything by hand because I don't sophisticated to have hand tools and to have power tools. And I drew it all out, what I wanted, and all it was like a frame. So there's like a long board on the bottom, long board on the top, and a couple short boards in the middle as a frame. And I just went in there and I'm like, here's my boards. I need 12 pieces cut at 13 inches. These cut at 48 inches. Let's go.
Awesome,
and screwed them together, done deal.
Huh, cool.
Super simple.
Yeah, I like it.
I'll show you my desk. Because I do a lot of video editing, I used to have like a fold-out desk, like one that you pop out in and out.
Okay.
But then when I put these in, I'm sitting here one day and these drawers were open. I'm like, oh, this is genius. And I picked up this shelf from Home Depot. Home Depot made the cut for me, so I didn't have to do anything. And it fit. Now I got a desk to do my editing, eat food, whatever. That
is awesome. Yeah. I really like that. That is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think too many people overthink their builds. You know what I mean? I think, living in your vehicle for a while before you do anything major will cut down all the problems and stress people got.
Absolutely, yeah.
I lived in here for 6 months with a cooler. I had a plastic, like a craft cabinet, which I had my clothes in. And then my storage bins, which are underneath the bed. And that's all I had for the first 6 months of being in my van.
Wow.
So you can live in the van with the bare bones and basics, but I think starting out like that is what made me keep things so simple.
You realize what you need and what you don't need. Yeah.
I learned that I didn't need a sink and all that stuff. And, I don't know. I figured if I would have built this before I lived in it, there'd be problems.
Okay.
I would have put things in here I didn't need. I would have probably built in cabinets if I had the time. Then the cabinets wouldn't work, because I'm like, that doesn't work over there because I want it here.
Sure.
Where if you build it before you get in it, how do you know where you need to store things?
Yeah, you don't. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's smart. Really smart.
Yeah. And that's why I like doing them this way. This worked out good. I have cabinets in the back. Let's go back there and show you those. Oh, another cool thing. When I put these cabinets in, there was a. Wait a second here. There was a gap behind the cabinet, which is now storage.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So because there's a fuel door back there, and I didn't want to do any major cutting work because what's the point? I wanted to keep the van simple.
Of course.
I pushed it back, and then I'm like, oh, what a great place to just store stuff like tripods and silly things that you don't use often.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, it worked out super good, and you don't even know what's there.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
Huh. And then you do have a few necessities, like you got a Wave 3 heater, right?
Yeah, and I freaking love this heater. Like, the heater's like the best thing ever.
And if people aren't aware, Chrome did a really good review, I think, on the Wave 3, so I'll try to put a link to that.
Yeah, you're talking about the one where I compared the two?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
And it was nice, though, because I had the Buddy first, so I kind of know the best of both worlds, right?
Right. Well, I'm not so high on the Buddy, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
But I am on the
I love
this
Wave
thing.
3. This is the best thing ever. That Buddy was like, it was weird, though, because the van got super hot,
right?
And then you got to shut it off. But it was like a really wet heat. It was a weird heat.
It was, yeah.
Where this feels like my condo.
Right.
And I can run it for 4 hours at a time. Sometimes you're running it on low. It's like, hold on a second here. You're like, it's winter time, but it feels like I'm in a warm condo. And sometimes you forget that it's even on.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Right? Because the heat, it doesn't blast it out, right?
Right.
Yeah, so putting it in here, because I haven't put anything on my door panels yet, and because I figured if there's going to be material on it, I didn't want to blast this towards the door.
Oh, okay.
So I put a L bracket there, and I just hinged the door.
Oh, cool.
This piece here is actually just the extra cutoff piece from my desk I made.
Oh, okay.
And when I went in there, I had this in plan, so I had them cut this so it fit the exact width of my
Excellent.
my
Yeah.
thing, and it just worked out good. And what I'm going to do is, once I need to use it again, I'm going to rig up a bracket to hold it open. That way, if the dog doesn't bump into it and stuff.
Right. Okay.
And he loves this thing. He sleeps in front of this thing all the time.
That's a slick solution there. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very,
Yeah.
very
go,
nice.
Go to the back. We'll show you my little way of hiding my propane tank. I obviously don't have any power, so I use a cooler for all my stuff. And I like it. I mean, if someone's like you who needs to keep something like coffee cream and stuff cold, a little bit of a different story. I don't have that problem. For me, I mean, I like cream in my coffee, but I always just drink it black now because
Hey, the cooler works. That's great.
it does,
right?
and it
Yeah.
makes a good seat, and I can take beer to the beach.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Hey. There you go.
So yeah, so the back cabinets here, like these cabinets, they come, you have to make them on your own. They're like IKEA sort of. So then when the drawers come out, they're fully built drawers.
Okay.
And you need toilet paper for emergency, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're like actual drawers. So what I did was to hide my my propane tank, I just never finished off the drawers, allowing me to hide where my propane tank
Very
is.
cool. Yeah. Didn't even know that was in there.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Huh.
And my future plan is to do the same thing on the other side. To just remove the bottom two out of the other side. Over here, if I can find the batteries that fit and hide my batteries in there, if I ever decide to add batteries to the van.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Right? Keeping things super sleek, super clean. You know what I mean? It beats
Yeah.
having the muss and fuss. And I'm not doing anything major for power either. I think if I do it, it'll just be a simple one battery setup.
Okay.
Because if I've been in the van for over 8 months with no need for one, but now that I'm thinking about putting a roof vent in here because the heat is here, that's where I'm going to need the battery for.
Yeah. You'll need a little power.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I mean, think about it. I mean, like I've done the last 8 months in my van full time. Like it's not like it's like a weekend adventure. Full time through winter and everything with no roof vent. I've had no condensation problems, no mold, no nothing, and I check for that stuff all the time because you always worry. Everybody always told me, you know,
Right.
you need this or you're gonna have this. I never had any of that.
Huh.
But I also leave my doors open all the time.
Oh, do you? Okay.
All the time. Like if
Okay.
I'm out somewhere, like today, the whole time we've been out here, my side door, the van has been open.
Okay.
Right.
Huh.
So, and I always like to park myself somewhere where I can enjoy the outside. So I don't stay in the van a lot. If I do, it's video editing. But by a park and the doors are open. So, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You know what I mean? I think that might be why I think people have those problems because they're always breathing in a closed up cage
And cooking and yeah,
cooking and not
right.
getting out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you
yeah.
stayed in there too long, like I mean, imagine your van if you never got out of it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Even smaller cubic feet. Yeah. I would have a super bad
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's what I always tell everybody on my channel that live in it for a bit before you build it. Even go on vacation for a while, but before you build it out,
Right.
before you like spend all this money and make mistakes, right?
And have to redo it.
And have to redo it,
Sure. Yeah.
right? Because I talk to people all the time that say, "Oh no, I put this in, I built a sink," and then they realize I don't use a sink. And realize this much in a van is a massive amount of square footage.
Right.
So for what I use for a sink, my water container is empty today. My dog drank it all. But I just crack this open, and that's where I wash my hands.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
And then
cool.
it just runs out on the ground.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not doing dishes. That's what my dog's for. He just licks my bowls. Right? You know what I mean? And I eat a lot of salads and stuff, so I just eat in the bowl it came in, like the
Sure.
plastic thing, and I just
Okay.
throw it out. I'm a guy. I wipe the fork underneath my armpit and back in the drawer it
Right.
goes.
Yeah.
But that's what dogs are for.
Right.
He's great. He always cleans my frying pan and stuff after I'm done. Perfect.
thanks for showing me your van. I really like simple builds, and I really like smart builds, and I think that's what you've got here.
Awesome.
Is a simple smart build, and you can always add on. So just like you're talking about, don't waste money up front. Figure out
Yep.
what you need. So yeah, this was a nice to get to meet you, and nice to get the
Yeah, it's
tour.
awesome to meet you too. And it's true though. Like, I mean, like the more time you spend in it, the more things you buy that are functional. You know what I mean? Like you buy things that are needed.
that you find you need.
Yeah,
Sure,
instead
that
of just
makes
blowing
sense.
all this money on stuff you thought you needed because your house had it. Just, your house is not your van. You need different things.
Perfect. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
So check out Crumb's channel, which is
Van City Van Life.
okay, and I'll have links for that down below.
Awesome. It's more my dog's channel, just so you guys know.
Yeah, you didn't get to see the dog. You have to tune into his channel to see the dog. It's awesome. I've been hanging out with the dog all day.
Yeah, he's the rock star.
Thanks, Crumb.
No problem.
All right.